Hey guys, welcome back to A Time to Heal. If you're new here, I'm Britannia Wilkerson. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. I hope you stay a while. So, last week I was invited to talk to a group of young women about self esteem. And I talked to them about their story. And this is so important for everyone to know that I wanted to share it with you guys. And I know I've talked about this before, but we're talking about it again because that's how important it is. So, you have a story that your brain believes is absolutely true, but it is not. There are some things that are true, and then there are some things that are not, because your brain uses your experiences and gives them meaning and says, okay, this is what's going to keep us safe based on our experiences, so let's go with that. And now you're older, you're not living in the same situation with the same people, and your brain is still using that same user's manual to make decisions for you and to tell you who you are. And it's not working anymore, right? And so, along with working to keep you safe by helping you to make decisions based on the experiences you've had, it also reminds you this is what we've been told, this is who we know we are. Not true, guys, not true. When the things that your brain believes and is telling you over and over again is you're not enough, you need to be perfect, you are not as pretty as the other girls, you are fat, you are not going to succeed, you will fail, you do not fit in, you do not belong, things like that. That is absolutely not the truth. So when it comes to you and how you feel about yourself and who you believe you are, how that makes you feel, I invite you to stop and not just take that voice as self-value. Tamara Runia, it's kind of hard to say fast. Tamara Runia said, you are not the voice inside your head. It's absolutely true. Because on one side you have your story that may or may not be true. And on the other side, you have the adversary who he is sneaky, he is ruthless. Just punch him in the face. Be done with him. Just tell him, nope, not today. I am not believing what you're saying. And then your story over here. This is what your brain believes because it's what it heard and experienced over and over again. And you can change that. So I just invite you to, when you hear these thoughts, to not just take them at face value, not just be like, okay, yep, I believe that. I cannot do this. I am not good enough. Question them. Get curious and say, is this really true? Do I have proof that this is true? And you might be like, yes, this is absolutely true. I do not fit in. I do not belong. I'm just going to be a loner the rest of my life because that's who I am. And I believe this for almost 43 years. So I've spent almost half a decade believing this is true. So if that is the case, if you ask yourself if this is true, and you're like, yep, it's got to be true. It feels true. You know, how do I know what is different? How do I know that I can believe different and that's true? Ask yourself this. How does this make me feel? Does it make me feel how I want to feel, or does it make me feel crappy? You know, how do I want to feel? What belief about myself would help me to feel the way I want to feel? If I want to feel good about myself and happy and calm and peaceful, I want to believe that I am good enough, that I do fit in, that I do belong, I am lovable and I am loved, right? Another question you can ask yourself is, do I want this to be true? I might believe that this is true. Do I want to believe it's true? No, I do not. I do not like this belief I have about myself or this way I feel about myself, right? And then you can ask yourself, well, what do I want to be true instead? Right? So your brain has spent, if you're me, almost 43 years gathering proof about this belief that I'm not good enough. So now what we do is we say, I do not accept or believe that anymore. And we start looking for proof that the opposite is true. So you can start telling your brain what you want it to believe. You can say it out loud to yourself. You can record it and listen to it. Write it down as if it is true, as if it is happening now. You can also just write it down as affirmations, like you would say out loud, or a power statement. I am awesome. I belong. I am amazing. I fit in. I am absolutely enough. I love and accept myself as I am. And do it every day. And you will start to see a shift. As you do this, your brain will start to rebel. Your brain will be like, no, this isn't true. No. Because it thinks that it's still keeping you safe. It thinks it's doing a good thing. So what do? We say, nope, we're releasing that. I don't believe that anymore. So as a thought comes, you can just be like, delete, delete, delete. Or you can write it down, crumple up the paper, tear it up, put it in the shredder, get rid of it. Just do everything you can Get rid of those thoughts. Don't dwell on them anymore. If you have that negative thought, I'm not good enough, you could be like, nope, I am good enough. Counter it and be like, nope, I am good enough. I believe I'm good enough. I am good enough. So I just want you to keep in mind, don't believe that voice. Unless that voice is telling you how amazing and awesome you are, don't believe it. If you need to, ask someone who loves you how they feel about you. Ask them, is this thought true? Am I really this fat and ugly? Are all the other women better than me? Am I never going to fit in? Am I unlovable? And they'll be like, absolutely not. You're amazing. You're beautiful. You're awesome just the way you are. I love you. And you're so lovable. You're amazing. Like, tell you all the good things about you, right? So you have a story. It's not true. Some of it's true. But all that negative stuff, that's not true. Kick it in the face. Bam. Tell it to get out of there. Create a new story. Love yourself. And if you have any questions about this, and you want any help with someone walking you through this, someone to talk about with it, I would love to help you out with that. Comment below, or you can find me on Facebook, Britannia Wilkerson. I was going to say BritanniaWilkerson.com, but no, just Britannia Wilkerson on Facebook. Please reach out to me. I'd love to chat with you. If any of this in this video helped you, if you thought of someone while you were listening to it, please share. Please share, because you can help me get to so many more people than I ever could on my own. And like and subscribe, yo. I hang out with 20-year-olds all day. Feel like I'm a little street inside. Anyway, thank you for joining me. See you in the next video.